Welcome back to our channel, guys.
Hey.
Here we are once again. Gonna be trying to get some ceiling boards up today.
Yes, today is the day.
We've only been waiting like 2 weeks to actually do this.
I know. Well, we did mess around a little bit with it last week trying to figure out what we're gonna do, and I think we figured out what we're gonna do.
We went to town yesterday. We spent all day in the big city kind of a thing, and it was very, very needed to get out and about. We've been cooped up for like 2 weeks almost, going stir crazy a little tiny bit.
Yes, I need to go back out and remember that there are people out there in the world living normal lives, right?
Yep, and we went and looked at stains and paints and all this really cool stuff, and we did decide what we're going to be doing inside the house for our ceiling. I did read a lot of comments from the last video of how to get that the boards that are a little bent.
Yeah, bowed out.
Bowed out, right? How to try to fix that. So I'm going to try to implement some of that today.
Yeah, test out some of what you want to try, right?
Yeah, test out some things. Really excited to do it.
Yeah, me too.
I want to get the ceiling done.
Yes.
It's going to take a long time. I already know it.
Well, you say
that
now,
okay.
but you never know.
Never know.
Yeah.
Might be lightning speed.
Maybe.
Don't know, guys. But we got work to do today, so let's get it. And of course, it's going to be raining today and tomorrow. So we're going to move a lot of these boards over to the pole barn to keep them dry.
Mora!
She's right there. Now she's scared.
I know she is. That's why I called her over here.
Well, one of the ways I found from you guys to do this is create a wedge. Like a 45-degree wedge kind of a thing. So when we're up on the rafters, it's basically like a wedge. You're going to be wedging the board, so when it hits the wedge, it's going to go down. You hit it over a little bit, and it forces the board down. And I have one of these tongue and groove boards that we have that's all split. I don't know how it happened, but it's split. And it's not split in like right here. So I had to waste the board and create a wedge. So to make the wedge work, this is what I've seen online, and people said, oh, use a wedge and hit it over and block of wood and stuff. So I got a little block of wood, just scrap. I have a screw in it, and what I'm gonna do is basically, imagine this is the ceiling right here. Right, here's the rafters. Imagine this board is bowed like we've had it, like I showed you guys. Well, basically I'm gonna take my wedge and put it in right where the bow's at. Let's say it's bowed right here. I take my block, I screw it onto the rafter board, right? So it's screwed on, and then I'm gonna be hitting this wedge over like this, right, with a hammer. So what that's gonna do, that's gonna force this down and basically push the bow down on the board. And I watched a couple of videos on that, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty easy to do. Like, so I'm gonna try that. Hopefully I don't need to use this too much. Hopefully we have a lot of straight boards. but it is wood. It's untreated, so it bows, you know, it just happens. We'll see though, guys. That's the plan though. Just beat it into place, nail it in if I need to, and maybe put a screw in the bowed spot just to really hold it if I need to, and work my way up from there. These are the boards that were on the ceiling already.
Yeah.
And I know these are boards, or bowed. But, we gotta cut the first of them back. We gotta cut them back to the 2x4. That's 10 feet, half inch. So they're like a little over 10 feet. So I gotta see exactly where they're gonna land, and we're gonna start cutting them down.
Yes, because we do plan on staggering our ceiling. It's not gonna be all lumped together. So now I guess we have to figure out kind of the pattern of the staggering of it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start on our room side and work our way down. That's the plan.
Yeah. Do you want to come hold this side real quick?
The tape measure?
Tape measure, yeah.
Okay. My assistance is needed.
Hold it up on the drywall. Yeah.
Up against the drywall?
Yeah. So it's gotta be 110 5/8.
All right. Our first official piece of ceiling has been cut. Hopefully it matches and is measured right.
So our old air compressor was going out, so when we were in town yesterday, I bought me a new air compressor. And it's only a 6-gallon, but it's 3 times as big as the one we've been using the entire time we've been here. So.
Yes, and
I like Craftsman stuff, so.
Yeah, our other compressor, we would only get maybe 6 nails in, and then it would have to, I think we spent more time waiting for that thing to get full of air than we did actually using the air.
It's true, and David got me this for Christmas, and so now I get to use it on a brand new air compressor also, so it's pretty awesome. I'm happy and excited.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be exciting stuff today. This board's a little bowed.
Bowed? Oh. I guess I get to check my stuff out right away. Go get my safety glasses on now. Okay. Here's it. Hopefully I won't have to do this to a lot of boards. Grab my hammer. I'm not gonna bring it back. Bring that down more. Bring this down more. Let me see. That might be too high. Trial and error, guys.
I was just gonna say, we're in the trial and error phase.
Well, I've seen this working on other videos. So.
I know, but you got, like, it's one thing to see it on videos, but it's another thing to actually do it, so.
Or I gotta cut, no, it's probably just gotta go down more.
The 2x4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe touching or something. I don't know.
Well,
Touching where the bow where it starts.
yeah.
So you get as much room as you can, you know?
Yeah. I will say, while he was tapping on it,
It was doing it.
it was working. Like, it was pushing it down, so. It's gonna be interesting to see how it does when, you have, like, more boards you're adding, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You see that?
Yeah.
See how it's doing it, guys?
Yeah, here,
See the gap? And it's not messing up the board at all because it's in a
in the groove.
It's in a groove.
Yeah.
So it's just sliding it over, which is nice. Looks pretty good to me, almost.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's definitely closing that gap. I will say that. Well, our first official board for our ceiling is in. We have plenty more to do.
Yep.
But it looks good, and the wedge method worked really well.
I'm very surprised.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how it works when we put it in another board, right? But it worked.
Yeah.
If you guys can't tell,
Yeah.
we've decided we're going to go with the dark stain. Last couple days here, it's been super sunny out, and so the sun's been shining through the windows, and we've been staring at the planks that were up with the dark, and it all looks really nice, I think. I mean, it's one thing to look at just like 3 little boards and then try to envision what it's gonna look like, but I think it's gonna look really good in here.
I think it's really gonna make it have a cabiny feel, which is what we want. So.
Yeah.
And all the different stains we looked at when we were in town, the lighter ones and the more red ones and stuff, we talked about it. I don't think it would just mesh very well with everything.
Yeah, like I think like one of the stains that we were kind of like, this might look okay, was called
Old Americana or something.
Yeah, Old American or something like that, which
Yeah.
is kind of like a farmhouse kind of brown. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like it was dark, but it was lighter than this. Like it wasn't as red. It was more brown than red.
Yeah.
And I mean that one would have looked okay, but I'm like, man, I don't want to buy it and then paint them all and then find that we didn't really like it. I mean, you guys know it's been the hot topic for a few weeks now for us. So we're just taking the plunge on the red.
And we're sticking
red
with
oak.
it.
Yeah, we're sticking to it.
Red oak. It looks great.
Yeah. Board number 2.
We should write these down.
What, the measurements?
Yeah, that was like 10 and
5/8. So 110 and 5/8.
Yeah. Try to slide it in, you said? There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
So this one's bowed though.
Yeah.
Is it bowed?
Yeah, it's bowed.
It's bowed, right?
Yeah, well, it needs to come down.
Yeah. Whew. I hope all these boards aren't bowed, guys, because so far this is 2 out of 2 that are bowed.
Well, we already knew they were bowed.
I know they're this bowed. That's all right. It's all right. Sure things line up. I think these first row of boards are what's going to be the real pain in the butt, guys. Just make sure it's nice and straight, and then everything else will fall in place, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because then you know it's straight. So.
Hopefully, that's our thought process, right?
Yeah, we're hoping and begging.
Piece number 3. Yay. No, I won't be doing that every single piece.
Well,
then I'll be all, that was 197 boards.
piece number 197 and a half.
Yeah. There you have it. Our first row is done.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. And it kind of like, not really real moments of regret, but you're like, man.
I looked at Roxanne and said, what did I say? I'm all, who chose this dumb idea of doing this? Or something like I was joking,
yeah,
right?
whose idea was this to do
Whose smart idea was this?
to do tongue and groove? Oh, I said, well.
No,
I mean, I guess we'd probably be saying the same thing if we were doing drywall. We'd probably like, whose bright idea was this to put drywall on the ceiling?
Well, this is the tongue and groove. Like, it's easy, but it's not easy if the boards are all warped.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Hopefully... I mean, these are the first 3 boards we grabbed when we did that little test.
They were warped. We knew
they
were
were. And hopefully, like, there's not as bad. Like, we did pull some out, as you guys saw, like, out of the pile. And they don't look warped, but it's hard to tell when, you know, you're just grabbing a pile and, you know, stacking it, so... And hopefully now, too, that we got all these in line and they're straight, that when we go to put the next pieces in, it's not so bad.
And also, the way we did the drywall, we had it to where you can put a board like on top of the drywall, and so we were trying to get them stuffed in there right now.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah, we left a little gap, like if you were gonna do drywall, you can put it up in there and then lift up the piece of drywall.
Yeah.
And then we also thought because of the wood, right? So, yep, it does look nice though.
Yeah, it looks nice and straight. I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Trying to, you know, I mean, as straight as my eyeballs can see. You know, I don't have a laser level or nothing.
Yeah,
But it looks pretty straight to me.
Yeah, it looks straight to me as well. So
good.
Yes, now we get to go stain some more boards.
Yeah.
Staining has become quite a thing around here for us lately.
So even though during the day we continue to work, right? Doing our ceiling and stuff, Roxanne always seems to find a quick moment to make dinner.
Yes.
She's like, oh, let me wash my hands real quick. I got some stuff to do. And so she's making dinner, getting it ready anyway. And
Yes.
what are we having tonight?
It's spaghetti tonight. It's one of our...
Again.
I know, right? It's we eat it pretty much every week.
Yeah, so...
Along with tacos and stuff.
Yeah, there's certain things, like she just said, tacos, spaghetti, pizza, right? We kind of have those 3 things every week. But it's nice because it gives Wyatt to look forward to something. He really loves spaghetti.
Yeah.
He really likes tacos.
Mm-hmm.
And he really loves pizza.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
who
doesn't like those 3 things?
Yeah, and it eliminates a little bit of stress from me, so I don't have to actually, like... it's planned, but I don't have to plan different meals for every day.
Yeah.
You know.
But, I mean, that leaves, 4 more days for the week for Roxanne to come up with some really cool stuff for dinner, and she does all the time. Like we said, guys, it was supposed to rain today. Come outside, and it's raining.
Yes, it's misting right now.
You guys can see. No, but it's like we said. I think I said, but we're setting up the pole barn to try to stay out of the rain, because this is like the worst season, I guess, for us to try to stain.
I know. We picked, I guess, the wrong time of year to want to do this.
Yeah, the wrong time of the year to do this, I guess. But we do have some boards laid out. As you guys seen earlier, we laid some out over here. And so at least we can work underneath the pole barn. This is kind of the reason we built this thing. So we'd have somewhere dry and out of the weather to work. And we don't have any other boards stained except for those 3. So, well, we didn't know for sure, so.
Well, we were, those were just our test boards, and then we didn't have enough stain to really go anywhere with them as far as just those 3.
Yeah, and we did get more stain, guys. So we did buy 2 gallons of stain, right? So I'm pretty sure that's going to be enough stain.
I would certainly hope so.
I mean, I hope so for the rest of the ceiling. And if it's not, I mean, at least we know now where to go get gallons of this stuff. Right?
Yeah, it kind of sucks because we have to go to the big city to go get these, but I mean...
The big city, guys.
Yeah.
The big, gigantic city of Fort Smith.
Yeah, I mean, but at least we got 2 gallons, so... I hope this is going to be enough. Well, it should be. It should be enough to finish all of the living room kitchen ceiling. And then we'll have to evaluate it after that and see if we need more.
We'll see. But that's some of the stuff we picked up when we were in town yesterday.
Yeah, well, this is something we've been waiting to get.
Yeah, we've been waiting 2 weeks to get it.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready to get dirty, baby?
Yeah, I'm ready to have a nice staining party.
Yeah. Time to get dirty, guys.
Yeah.
Well, we got a whole 20 boards done. And we have like 100 and something more to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taken such a long time, guys.
Yeah. Nice staining process, I guess.
I think Roxanne and myself, we were discussing this. I think tomorrow we're going to have a big giant staining party.
Yes, that's the plan.
Because we have, I think in total, there's like 136 boards we ordered. I have to go back and look at the receipt, but I think it's around that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Something like that. Could be a little bit less, a little bit more, but I know it's like in the 130s.
Yeah, it's over 100. I know that.
And this took us like an hour.
Yeah.
Or so.
The thing with these boards is it's not absorbing, not absorbing, but it's not sucking up the stain like the trim board did.
Yeah.
Like we put the trim board on and it would like really absorb it. But
a lot.
Yeah, they're not really absorbing it like a sponge, I guess.
No, and they're all wet.
Yeah, so we gotta wait for them to really dry before we hang them up.
Yeah, I mean, they're still super wet, and I don't want to be breathing in those type of fumes and stuff.
Well, and I just don't want to,
What?
get that stain all over this insulation and all that stuff.
No, and we get it on the walls is the big
wall.
thing, and it's oil-based stain, so it's really hard to get off.
Yeah.
Because we have had a couple mishaps on the wall a little tiny bit, and it is hard to get off. But so we're gonna be waiting for those, and then tomorrow, like I said, I think we're gonna have a big stain party all day.
Hopefully, maybe get all of the boards that we have stained. That's gonna be our plans tomorrow.
Yeah.
Every single board.
I think we could do it.
And then that way we don't have to worry about it, and we can just get in there and just start hanging them, and don't have to go, okay, well, now we gotta stain more boards.
Yeah.
Because we used up all the other ones. And then,
Yeah.
the vicious cycle.
Well, the hardest thing, I mean, I know it looks like we didn't do a lot of the woodworking today. We only did like 3 boards on there.
Yeah.
But we've been working at it most of the day, and the staining and everything has taken a lot of time.
Well, the staining, and then we had to figure it out. That was like the big thing, right?
Yeah.
Like not figuring out how to do it, but just making sure that those first boards were in there straight and getting those in there in line. And then now that we got those in, it's pretty easy, but we don't have any more stained boards, so.
Yeah. I'm really happy that that wedge worked, guys.
Yes, that's a good idea.
The wedge, I forget exactly who said to do that. There were a bunch of you guys did. And I seen some videos when I did some more research about it and seen that, and I was like, ooh, that's how I can do it. That's how I can do it.
Yeah.
And it's working very, very well.
Yes, it is. And we didn't have to buy anything for it either.
It's the best. Cool. It's free.
Yeah. So Anthony and I, and Wyatt too, he was out here a couple days ago. We came out to the garden just to see how things were doing out here, and we got to moving some of the dead stuff around. And actually, I have something that's alive out here. Check it out! Look at my kale. It's still alive. I had to cut all there was like a bunch of dead leaves and stuff all over it, so I cut all those off. I cut off like the dead part on the top of the stem. But I got all kinds of little sprouts on these nice thick stalks. This one might be dead, but that is so cool that they didn't really completely die off. So that was pretty crazy. I actually got 4 kale plants that are still alive, and I wouldn't say thriving, but they're alive. So hopefully maybe they'll stay alive. And I don't have to plant kale next year or this season.
I know, I couldn't believe that they've survived the whole winter so far. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I have picked some of the kale off of there, and I have some in the freezer. I froze some, and then I've come out here before the cold, and they died during that first freeze.
They did.
Yeah, I did come out here though, and obviously picked some off and used it for food, and I've given some to Melanie and them. So. I mean, these plants have provided for us over the past almost year. Of course, it wanted to start raining again.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
We knew it was kind of coming. That's why we moved everything to the pole barn. So.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like this again tomorrow, but that's okay. We mentioned earlier we went to town yesterday. Yep, and picked up some things, but we also picked something up that's very exciting for Mr. Wyatt that we'd like to share with you guys. It smells really good in here.
Oh yes.
Spaghetti's a brewing. But yes, we did get something for Wyatt that he's been patiently waiting for, and it wasn't something we weren't gonna get him, but check it out. It's a new bed. It is a real bed. It's got a mattress. We are probably going to need to get a box spring for him, but for right now we took the bed frame and we just put some wood underneath. You know?
Well, I made it slots.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Slatted, yeah.
Slatted, yeah. To hold his weight up in different things, because it does need a box spring, but we couldn't find one at the time.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? I can fix that when we get home.
Yeah.
And so poor Wyatt, man, he's for 2 years, not even two, almost 2 years, he hasn't had a real bed.
Yeah.
He had the trailer, like fold down thing, which is basically just plywood and a foam mattress we put up there for him.
Yeah, a little foam pad. I wouldn't say a little foam pad. It was pretty thick.
It was a memory foam
Yeah.
mattress pad.
Yeah.
And it was comfortable. He liked it, but it wasn't a bed.
No.
And then he had that fold out bed.
Yeah, like a hotel pull out bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what he had in here this whole time. And so that was one of the main reasons we went to town, was to surprise him, to get him one of these beds.
Yeah, and
so,
he was so excited and so happy to have his own, I shouldn't say his own bed, his new bed.
Yeah.
He hung out in here yesterday on his bed, and he had to have dinner on his new bed. And
yeah. And then he woke up this morning, and I ask him every morning, like, oh, did you sleep good? And this morning he said, man, I haven't slept that good in such a long, long time, Dad.
Yeah, he was really well rested, I think, because
I think so too.
Yeah, I think that was the easiest it was to wake him up. So I'm happy for him.
Me too.
Yeah. So we also got him some new bed sheets and bed comforter and stuff like that. So it looks really nice. His room is actually really coming together. I mean, his room is pretty well done. The only thing obviously is this up here.
Yeah, we gotta do ceiling, and we have some stuff we're putting on the wall.
Yes, I do. There is still a few posters and pictures and stuff that we want to hang up on his wall. We need to do some frames, either make them or buy frames.
Yep.
And 2, I have to pull, like, I think there's still like a tote or 2 in the tent right now with some of his toys and stuff.
Yeah, there is.
So,
and stuffed animals, his books.
Yeah, there's books. I mean, he still has like personal things that we brought when we moved here that need to be put into his room, but
we're trying not to put everything in here until it's done.
Yes, because
then I don't want to move it again.
Yeah, and we were kind of waiting on the bed thing till, maybe we finish the ceiling, but I think it was time. Like, he really needed a new bed.
Yeah, and this bed's super easy to move around, so it's not that big of a deal.
No.
We're gonna have to move our bed. So I was like, you know what?
I know, right?
We were like, why not just get Wyatt his bed now, and that way he can sleep really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he's really happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I'm happy. I'm happy for him, like I mentioned.
All right, so we did have some comments saying how you guys really liked the dark ceiling that we chose.
Yeah.
Right? Or that we were trying to decide from the last one. And now that we've chose it, that's what we're going to do. So I appreciate your guys' input on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it kind of helped us out a little bit as far as, I guess making sure we're making the right decision.
Well, there's a lot of good, comments like, well, it's going to be dark in there, but you have a lot of sunlight, or...
Yeah, I guess it's reassurance.
Yeah, it looks really good with everything. I would totally do it. There were some people that said they didn't like the dark, and, that's completely fine, too.
Yeah.
But there was one comment, I forget who said it. It might have been multiple people.
Yeah.
Kind of talk about it, right?
Yeah.
We're still not sure about what color the kitchen cabinets are going to be.
Yeah, speaking of kitchen cabinets, when we were in town, we went and looked at them.
Yeah,
And got a feel for like the size and prices, right?
Yeah, we do have all the sizes written down.
Yeah.
We sat down for a couple hours one day, and we went through the entire website and what we needed. 18 inches, 24 inches. We showed you guys too on a video of our layout that we're gonna do.
Yeah.
That we want to do anyway.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? So we're doing the dark ceiling, obviously, the dark boards, okay, dark stain, red oak. All our trim is same color. Do you guys think it should be a dark kitchen cabinets at all? Also, but we have heard some people say we should go like really light, like a whitewash, different things like that.
I've seen people also suggest maybe painting them like the green, maybe like the doors.
Yeah,
you know,
two-tone,
like a two-tone type thing, you know.
Because we're like honestly, I'm totally 100% on the fence. Like I do not know what to do.
Yeah.
Zero opinion right now. Because I think it would all look good.
It would, yeah. And I've like contemplated or thought about painting them white. The only thing with white cabinets is they show everything. You know, you got
the dirt and the grime.
Yes, if you got dirty hands to go grab a cup or something, you know. And I mean, if you guys could see our doors right now, you would be like, no, don't paint them white.
Well, it's the kids, right?
Yeah.
I hate to say it's mainly the kids.
Yeah.
Us too, but you could see it's always below the door handle where the dirt's at. So that's why I say it's the kids.
Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of like, I mean, you could put door handles on them, but I mean, there's handles on the doors.
Yeah.
You know, or knobs, I should say.
Well, on our defense on the doors too, our doors, they're not painted, they're just primered.
Yeah.
We didn't paint them yet. I don't know if we're gonna paint them. Maybe a semi-gloss would be nice so we can just wipe it off, but we'll see.
Sure, I haven't really thought about the doors situation, painting them. I'm worried about the cabinets.
I know. Well, that was one of the biggest reasons too we went to town yesterday, is to look at all that stuff.
Yeah, and
everything.
We're not, also too, like, we're not sure what kind of countertops we're gonna put in, like what colors or anything. And I kind of would like to base that based on what color I decide for the cabinets, and then really tying it all together. And white would look really nice. They would really stand out in here, and it might even help kind of brighten this whole area. I mean, because you guys can see the kitchen, obviously, from where you're standing, but might help brighten this area up a little bit if they're white. Yeah. Or, like you said, a light color. They had this stain there that I did really like that we actually looked at for the ceilings, but
yeah, you were talking about it earlier. It's like old Americana or something like that.
American or something.
Old American.
Like it's like, it's kind of dark, but it's not. I mean, it's like a medium, more of a brown color, kind of like an oak.
It just looks like a really old wood that's not grayed.
Yeah.
It's not grayed.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought maybe that would work because it is lighter. So I don't know. I mean, there's choices to be made, I guess, on that one too. Yeah. Maybe that'll be the next. The next worry.
Big decision.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
big worry.
Yeah, that's gonna.
It is a big worry.
It is a big worry, and that's gonna be the next thing we work on in the house after the ceiling and stuff is put on. So
I'm really excited about it.
Oh, I am beyond excited.
We're already like contemplating, like maybe we should just go get the pantry and use that. You know, maybe we should just do this. Maybe we should. I
mean, we were in town yesterday and we were looking.
We almost bought some stuff.
Yeah, we were looking at them, and I said, "Man, I just wish we could buy all the cabinets right now and bring them home and start installing those." You know.
I know. I mean, the only reason why we don't have the kitchen cabinets in, guys, is because we want the space on the floor to be able to get up on the ceiling and not have the cabinets in the way.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be.
That would be a pain.
Yeah, I don't want to be trying to get, you know, the ceiling in the groove there with the cabinets all in the way and just, you know, and then they'll be all, well, whose idea was it to put these cabinets in first, you know?
I know. It's so true.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, so yeah, didn't get as much done as we wanted to today, but that's okay. I'm glad that we're gonna be doing a staining party tomorrow, like I said, because I think once all the boards are actually stained, I mean, it makes sense, right, guys? We don't have to stop and go stain 10 more and wait for them to dry, and then install them, then stop and stain more and go install.
Yeah, plus it's supposed to be rainy tomorrow.
Which is perfect, though.
Yeah.
To be underneath the pole barn, just doing stain party, like I said, and be done with it.
Put on some tunes and rock out. And get our painting on or staining on.
Staining on, and then just be done with it. That way, all the boards are ready. So.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching our video today. We appreciate you guys.
Yes.
You guys have a great day, and we will catch you all on the next one. Bye.
Bye.